have to turn the light inward. That's the closest I've ever seen it. You have to turn the light inward. Now, it's up to you. I can't tell you how you do that, right? All I can do is struggle myself. And I try to do that. I try to turn the light inward. So, it's similar to the disciple asking Bodhidharma, right? To quiet your mind, and Bodhidharma says, "Well, bring your mind to me, and I'll quiet it for you." Because when you turn the light inward, you ain't going to see your mind, because it will disappear on you. But to turn the light inward is the way that you begin to develop this essence that is not lost in the mind. I call it the wedge. So I don't know how to tell you to do that, except to remember that there is a light in you. There's a light in you. And what is it when I was a little in the Methodist church, when I was a little boy, we sang, "This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine." We had to hold our, "I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it." Okay, right? And now the second verse is, "Hide it under a bushel." No, I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine. So then, I wrote that. I did a jazz version of that. I just remember. It was good. All right, let it shine. So shine all over Long Beach, Palos Verdes. Okay. So there's a light in you. Do you know that there's a light in you, Teresa? Wendy, do you know there's a light in you? There's a light in you, and some people really experience it. After our October retreat, someone came up to me later and said, I think I told you all Wednesday night, a visitor came up and said, I was in my room, and there was a light shining, and he said his eyes were closed, right? He says, I thought, well, I've left the light on, right? He couldn't believe it. So he opened his eyes, and there was no light on. So he had this experience of light radiating out of his body. So the light is turned outward, right? The vision, the senses, everything is turned outward. So how does one turn the light inward? It's just, you just move from the outside to the inside. So you can get lost in vision, right? Or you can know that you're seeing and move back in. So that's what they say. They say that over and over and over. Turn the light inward. And that plus remembering that you're turning the light inward and you are looking back at that which is thinking, which is nobody. There is nobody in this room who thinks. Not one person in this room has ever had a thought. You are thought by your mind out of control, but you don't have a thought. You don't think something. So when you see that what is back there, if you're willing to look, when you see that what is back there is nothing at all, but essence, perhaps. But there's not a solid me back there. There's not an Allison back there. There just isn't. And when you see that, then you begin to have the capacity then to have moments where there's a thought that goes through. What's the point of this? And something knows. There it is. It's just that poor little mind creating trouble again. So I would like to wish you all. I wish that you develop this relentless capacity to turn the light inward, to look back and not get lost in the externalization even of thoughts. Even when there's thinking, it's really external.